The Anderson family's quarterly board meeting was in full swing at their prestigious Manhattan office. The oak-paneled boardroom reeked of old money and even older attitudes as my father, CEO of Anderson Technologies, prepared to announce another record quarter. Before we begin, he smiled at the board members, I'd like to acknowledge my son James's exceptional work as CEO. The Anderson legacy continues. I adjusted my simple gray suit, tailored by my own AI-driven fashion company, though they'd never know it. From my seat in the back of the room, I watched the familiar scene unfold. Dad praising his successful child while ignoring his biggest mistake. Speaking of success, James smirked, glancing my way. I see Emma decided to grace us with her presence. Still playing with computer code. If they only knew that while they were celebrating their outdated technology company, I'd built Quantum Dynamics, the most advanced AI and technology corporation in history. That their precious Anderson Technologies was about to experience what real innovation looked like. Emma needs to understand reality, Mom whispered to her country club friend on the board. James is leading Anderson into the future while she wastes time with her. What does she call it? Artificial intelligence. I checked my quantum-connected device as another alert flashed. My AI systems had just processed more data in the last minute than Anderson Technologies handled in a year. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Our stock price, Dad continued proudly, has never been stronger. Anderson Technologies remains the leader in. Suddenly, every screen in the boardroom flickered. The stock ticker on the wall began dropping rapidly. What's happening? James stood up, his expensive tie suddenly feeling too tight. Breaking news. The CNBC anchor announced on the wall display. Anderson Technologies shares are in free fall as reports emerge of catastrophic system failures across their network. Major clients are jumping ship as a revolutionary new AI platform renders Anderson's technology obsolete. Dad's presentation clicker fell from his hand. Impossible. The stock price continued its plunge, down 30%, 50%, 70%. Someone get IT on the line. James shouted, but the phones were dead. I'm afraid your systems are temporarily indisposed, I said quietly, standing up. They're being analyzed by my AI network. You're what? Mom's voice trembled. Quantum Dynamics. I smiled as every screen in the room displayed my company's logo. You might want to check your phones. The press release just went public. The board members frantically pulled out their devices, faces paling as they read, Quantum Dynamics, led by CEO Emma Anderson, revolutionizes global technology. Anderson Technologies faces extinction. This is a joke, James sputtered. Quantum Dynamics is the most advanced tech company in the world. They're worth $800 billion as of this morning, I supplied. Though after today's demonstration of our superiority over Anderson's systems, we'll probably hit $1 trillion by market close. Dad's hands shook as he read the reports. Our systems, they're all obsolete, I finished for him. That waste of time you mocked? It just rendered your entire company's technology worthless. The screens showed real-time market reactions. Anderson's stock in free fall, clients terminating contracts, and my AI systems smoothly taking over their operations. But this was just the beginning. They hadn't seen my real power yet. The boardroom's lights flickered as Quantum Dynamics AI began its systematic dismantling of Anderson Technologies' empire. Their record quarter had just turned into a front-row seat to their own technological extinction. And I was just getting started. The mahogany boardroom transformed into a scene of chaos as my executive team entered, their quantum tablets displaying real-time data of Anderson Technologies' collapse. The board members' faces reflected the red glow of plummeting stock prices on every screen. Ms. Anderson, my CTO Sarah Zhang approached. Global system integration is proceeding as planned. Our AI has identified 2,347 critical vulnerabilities in Anderson's network. Their technology is, frankly, prehistoric. Prehistoric. James stood up, his perfect composure cracking. We invested billions in our systems. In technology Quantum Dynamics considered obsolete a decade ago, I corrected. That state-of-the-art processing power you bragged about last Christmas? My AI handles more calculations in a microsecond than your entire network processes in a year. The screens shifted to display real-time data. Quantum computations flowing through my systems, AI networks evolving beyond human comprehension, and technological innovations that made Anderson's best products look like pocket calculators. Ms. Anderson, Michael, my chief innovation officer, interrupted. The Pentagon is on a secure line. They want to discuss immediate transition to our quantum defense systems. Mom's designer glasses couldn't hide her shock. The Pentagon. His mom. While James was celebrating his quarterly bonuses, I was revolutionizing global security. Those childish programs you mocked? They're now protecting nations. Every display in the room synchronized to show quantum dynamics' true capabilities. AI systems that could predict global events, quantum networks that made current encryption obsolete, and technological breakthroughs that were reshaping civilization itself. Every smartphone, I explained to my stunned family, every computer, every digital system, 90% of them are now vulnerable to our quantum AI. We don't just create technology, we control the future of human advancement. Ms. Anderson, another executive, rushed in. The Chinese Ministry of Technology is requesting emergency talks. Their entire infrastructure is compatible only with our systems now. I finished, watching Dad's face drain of color. Those contracts you were so proud of, James? They're worthless. Everyone's switching to quantum dynamics. The boardroom's smart walls displayed the global impact. Stock markets reacting to Anderson's obsolescence, tech companies scrambling to adapt, and my AI systems smoothly taking control of the digital world. Your development team, James? I continued, enjoying his discomfort. The one you said I wasn't qualified to lead? They're being evaluated by our AI. Most won't make the cut. This is illegal, he shouted, desperation in his voice. You can't just. Can't what? Innovate? Evolve? Create technology that makes yours obsolete? Isn't that the real business you told me to learn? Sarah projected more data. Anderson's failed projects, hidden technical debt, and systemic failures that James had covered up with creative accounting. Your last 5 product launches? I raised an eyebrow. Complete disasters. You hid the failures from the board, but you can't hide anything from quantum AI. That's proprietary information. Dad protested. Nothing is proprietary to quantum computing, Dad. We see everything, analyze everything, understand everything. Those secret server farms you thought were secure? My AI mapped them months ago. A board member finally spoke up. The shareholders are already jumping ship. I cut in, nodding to Michael, who displayed real-time trading data. Anderson's stock had dropped below $1, while quantum dynamics soared to record highs. Ms. Anderson, Sarah interrupted, the Space Colonization Division needs your approval for the Mars Quantum Network. Space colonization? James whispered, his CEO title suddenly feeling very small. Yes, brother dear. Those sci-fi fantasies you laughed at during Thanksgiving? They're now reality. Quantum dynamics isn't just changing Earth's technology, we're expanding to other planets. The displays showed my company's interplanetary projects. Quantum communications networks spanning the solar system, AI systems evolving beyond Earth, and technological achievements that made Anderson's innovations look like stone tools. Your office, James? I smiled coldly. The one with the view you love to brag about. It's being converted to our Quantum AI Research Center. Don't worry, we found you a desk in the Legacy Systems department. Legacy Systems? His voice cracked. But I'm the COO. We're the COO, I corrected. Quantum dynamics doesn't maintain positions based on family names. You'll need to earn your place, if you can understand our technology. But the real devastation was still to come. The boardroom had become ground zero for Anderson Technologies' extinction event, the stock ticker now a digital tombstone marking their downfall. But I wasn't finished. The real devastation was about to begin. Ms. Anderson, Sarah announced, the World Technology Summit livestream is ready. They're waiting for your keynote on the future of human civilization. Perfect timing, I smiled as every screen synchronized to show my feed to Silicon Valley. Tech titans, global leaders, and scientific pioneers waited for my address. Distinguished colleagues, I began, watching Mom's perfect composure crumble as she realized her mistake. Daughter was addressing the world's most powerful innovators. Today marks humanity's transition into true quantum civilization. James's designer watch suddenly looked very cheap as he watched billionaires and tech visionaries lean forward, hanging on my every word. Remember when you said I'd never understand real technology, Dad? I turned to him during a pause. Pay attention, you might learn something about the future you failed to see. The displays filled with quantum dynamics revolutionary systems. AI networks that could predict the future, quantum computers that could solve humanity's greatest challenges, and technologies that made current systems look like ancient relics. As of this moment, I continued addressing both the summit and my family. Quantum dynamics controls 90% of global advanced technology. Every digital system, every network, every piece of critical infrastructure, it all depends on our quantum AI. Dad's hands gripped his armrest. But that means your entire company? I smiled. Has been running on outdated versions of my technology all along. Those innovative solutions you bragged about? They're simplified versions of our basic systems. The screens showed real-time data, quintillions of calculations flowing through quantum networks every nanosecond. Ms. Anderson, Michael rushed in. The United Nations Technology Council is requesting emergency consultation. Global systems are transitioning to our quantum network. I finished. Those who adapt survive. Those who don't. I glanced at Anderson's stock price, now effectively zero. The board members watched in horror as their company's death certificate was written in real-time market data. Your new employment options, I turned back to my family, are limited. Quantum dynamics requires actual technological understanding. No more hiding behind titles and traditions. Sarah distributed tablets showing their potential positions, entry-level roles that made their current jobs look like internships. These are basic positions, I explained. No more corner offices, James. No more pretending to understand technology you can't even comprehend. But I have 20 years of experience, he protested. In obsolete systems, I corrected. Our janitorial staff understands more about quantum technology than Anderson's entire research department. The screens displayed their new reality in harsh detail. Basic positions requiring extensive retraining and actual merit-based advancement. Ms. Anderson, Sarah interrupted, the Jupiter mining colony AI is ready for initialization. And the solar system network is online. Jupiter colony? Mom whispered, her social status evaporating. His mom. While you were ashamed of your mistake, daughter, I was expanding humanity's reach across the solar system. Those wastes of time you mocked? They're now connecting Earth to the cosmos. The displays showed quantum dynamic space initiatives. Quantum networks spanning planets, AI systems evolving beyond Earth, and technologies that redefine the possible. By the way, I added, those system vulnerabilities you covered up? They're being exposed. All of them. Even the ones you thought were hidden. James's face went from red to gray. You can't. I can, and I did. Our AI found some interesting patterns. The SEC will be very interested in our findings. Dad tried one last appeal. Emma, surely we can discuss this as family. Family. I laughed. Like when you discussed removing me from your will because my computer games embarrassed you. Or when James told investors I was mentally unstable for pursuing AI. The screens showed more breaking news. Quantum dynamics CEO Emma Anderson becomes world's first quantum trillionaire, revolutionizes human civilization. Trillionaire. A board member choked. Yes, I confirmed. That mistake you all mocked built something bigger than your entire business world combined. Want to see what else your failed prodigy created? Michael began displaying quantum dynamics' complete portfolio. AI systems that could cure diseases, quantum networks that could solve climate change, technologies that could save or destroy civilizations. Your precious Anderson Technologies? I continued, it's being absorbed into our legacy systems division. The name will remain as a warning in business schools about the cost of arrogance and ignorance. The displays showed the transformation plans. Anderson's offices becoming quantum research centers, their servers replaced with technology they couldn't even understand. But our employees, James started, are being evaluated by our AI. I cut him off. The capable ones will be retrained. The rest, well, the job market for obsolete skills isn't very promising. Just then, every device in the world buzzed, global alerts about quantum dynamics' latest innovation. A quantum consciousness network that would revolutionize human existence. That's right, I confirmed, watching their faces. While you were proud of your market share, I was reinventing what it means to be human. Sarah displayed the final market data. Traditional tech companies vanishing as quantum dynamics' new paradigm rendered them extinct. Anderson Technologies wasn't just dying, it was becoming a cautionary tale. One final detail. I stood, straightening my jacket. That Tech Innovation Award you won last month, James? We're using it as a paperweight in our quantum lab. But don't worry, you can visit it. We can. Cast hopefully. Yes. The maintenance crew has a good view of our trophy room. I smiled. Welcome to the quantum age where success isn't inherited, it's computed. Something you're all about to learn the hard way. The boardroom's quantum displays showed one final headline. The rise of quantum royalty. How Emma Anderson built an empire while her family called her their biggest mistake. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't just success. It's success so massive it proves every critic wrong at the speed of quantum computation. And I was just getting started. As if to emphasize my point, every digital system in the building synchronized to quantum dynamics control, leaving Anderson Technologies' legacy as dead as the screens displaying their stock price. The future had arrived. And the Anderson family was about to learn what real innovation looked like, from the ground floor up. As I walked out of the boardroom, the quantum displays showed one final message. Quantum dynamics announces breakthrough in human consciousness transfer, digital immortality becomes reality. Dad's coffee cup shattered on the floor. James slumped in his chair. Mom's perfectly maintained facade finally cracked completely. Because I hadn't just beaten them at their own game, I'd changed the rules of human existence itself. And somewhere in the quantum network my AI smiled, knowing we'd only shown them the beginning of what was possible. The biggest mistake had just become their only hope for survival in the quantum age. And that was the sweetest revenge of all.